The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of UA Local 502 Louisville basketball game night starts now.
The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of UA Local 502 Louisville basketball game night starts now.
The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of UA Local 502 Louisville basketball game night starts now.
The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of UA Local 502 Louisville basketball game night starts now.
The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of UA Local 502 Louisville Basketball Game Night starts now.
The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of UA Local 502 Louisville Basketball Game Night starts now.
The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of UA Local 502 Louisville Basketball Game Night starts now.
The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of UA Local 502 Louisville Basketball Game Night starts now.
The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of UA Local 502 Louisville Basketball Game Night starts now.
Good evening, everyone. We are live at Ballard High School, and welcome in for Louisville Basketball Game Night on this chilly Friday night. It is Valentine's Day. The hearts are pumping, the blood's flowing, and alongside Mark Evans, I'm Paul Najar, and we are thrilled to bring you live action Louisville basketball game night right here on Glycod between the visiting Eastern Eagles and the homestanding Ballard Bruins from historic Jim Ruther Gym here at Ballard. And Mark, it's for district supremacy tonight. You know, you've got Ballard at 2-0, Eastern at 1-1 in this 28th district boys shootout. 4 teams along with Christian Academy and Kentucky Country Day. Ballard sits atop, and a win here guarantees them the number 1 seed in the district tournament.
Yeah, Paul, I don't think Coach Willis is going to let his Bruins look past this one tonight. You know, the script's pretty much switched. You know, the Eagles have a really good coach. I really like this Coach Ellison, first-year coach, but he's young. And it's a process, and he's got a big mountain to climb tonight, and I think it's going to be a tough one because I think Coach Wilson is going to have the Bruins ready because they sure do want that number 1 district seed. They sure do want to go into the regions with the runner-up from the district. Yeah,
when you talk about these two programs, and Leon Ellison in his first year as head coach at Eastern, and the Eagles defeated Ballard twice last year, and once in the districts, in the opening round of the districts, it was a huge win for them and their program. But both teams, both coaches, they don't shy away from tough competition, and both teams, their schedules this year riddled with top 50, top 100 in the RPI.
Well, anytime you're in the 7th region boys, you're going to get your share of good teams anyway. And I know Coach Willis goes all out throughout the state, and I'm sure in time Coach Ellison will be doing the same thing to play the best competition possible. That's how you get better. Like once again, I think tonight it's a situation where, you know, the experience of Ballard is going to really give the inexperience of the Eagles some real problems.
Well, we're going to hear from head coach Leon Ellison when we return, as you see the girls' game in the 4th quarter, and Ballard up comfortably over Eastern right now. We will return with that interview. Mark Evans with Coach Leon Ellison from Eastern. Stay with us. More to come on our pregame show on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Blunt Dental Group is a high-quality, family-owned dental practice. We are committed to educating our patients, as well as investing in the latest technology to provide more efficient dental care. Our team of licensed dentists and hygienists includes 2010 male high graduate Tyler Blunt, located in the heart of Linden at 8013 New LaGrange Road, Suite 6. For an appointment, call 502-425-7068 or go online at bluntdentalgroup.com. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles.
Innovation is what allowed us to reach for the stars. And now, to reach for the ignition without changing your oil for what feels like forever. Introducing Oil Guard, a Ferris exclusive. This innovative Vanguard oil system lets you go 5 times longer between oil changes. Along with Ferris's patented suspension system, you'll cut faster, mow longer, and reduce maintenance.
.1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com. Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit OperationParent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 male high graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Polo Real Estate Group, your one-stop real estate source. Founded by 1993 male graduate Dion Reese. Contact him at 502-387-6330 or visit online at polorealestategroup.com.
Mark Evans with Eastern coach Leon Ellison. And Coach, you've been challenged this year. You play a tremendous schedule. You're in the 7th region, and that's enough right there, just day in, day out. And you've also been challenged with a talented player leaving your program. Coach Kelsey talks about next man up all the time, and I was just wondering, how you've approached that challenge and how your players have responded to you.
This is my first initial year in the program, building a new culture, right? Again, meeting the culture where it's at and getting the culture to develop to where I needed to develop. It's just right now is the developmental stage of our program, right? Sure. So this is a year where we're playing a lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores. We're really young. We're playing one of the toughest schedules around. So again, it's been a lot of learning opportunities, right? And learning opportunities are a great thing for young players.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Coach. Tonight you face a team that's very experienced. I know you have a lot of sophomores and a few seniors in this Ballard team. They like to get up and go, and they like to make you get up and go. What's your thoughts about what you're going to need to do to slow them down and maybe have a chance tonight?
We want to compete every second we're on the floor, right? This year we've had some ups and downs, kind of almost a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde thing here with my group. Some days are really good, some days can be really bad depending on what we got going on and how my group are responding to adversity, right? So again, for us, it's just another opportunity to compete every second we're on the floor. And again, as long as we compete every second we're on the floor, we'll be in any game.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Coach. Wish you best of luck now and throughout the rest of the tournament. Got another district, too, coming up.
Yes,
Same
sir.
People.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Okay, take care of yourself.
Thank you. And we'll be back with more on Glycod.
Buying or selling a new home, and you want to do it with few hassles? Count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
You cannot depend on Carl to make peace with his seatbelt.
Today.
Or on Beth to choose the best meal to go.
Is that soup?
Or on Stephanie's perfect parking spot to stay perfect. But you can depend on their car starting because they have Interstate batteries. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training. The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself. This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Blinds Direct, not just blinds. Blinds Direct, not just blinds.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycon.
And welcome back to historic Ballard High School. What a program, what an atmosphere, and what a rivalry alongside Mark Evans. I'm Paul Najar, and Mark, this rivalry game, always, a big night for Eastern and Ballard programs. Gymnasiums usually packed to the gills, people wanting, standing around to watch. And let's take an inside look at tonight's game presented by Blinds Direct. Looking for the best in home decor at Blinds Direct. They offer custom blinds, wallpaper, and more. Proudly serving Louisville for over 30 years. Visit blindsdirect.com for more. First, for the visiting Eastern Eagles.
Okay, Paul. As far as Easter goes, they have a lot of have-tos tonight. There's a lot of things they're going to have to do to be able to play. First of all, they have to find creative ways to score easy baskets. They have to play stellar transition defense because we all know how well Ballard runs the court. And they have to dominate the boards on both ends. They just have to do everything they can to keep the score down low.
And now for the Ballard Bruins, brought to you, Inside Look, brought to you by Blinds Direct. Go to blindsdirect.com.
Well, Ballard's got to be Ballard tonight. They have to push the pace offensively and defensively. They need to get downhill and create from the paint. They do a real nice job of kicking for three-point shooters, dumping balls down, and throwing alley-oops out there to their to their big stud. Other thing I think they need to do, and this is more for going down in the future, they need to find more ways to get number 23 Russell the ball in the paint.
And those are your inside looks for Ballard and Eastern for tonight's game, presented by Blinds Direct. Looking for the best in-home decor? At Blinds Direct, they offer custom blinds, wallpaper, and more. Proudly serving Louisville for over 30 years. Visit blindsdirect.com for more information. I want to remind everyone this broadcast is authorized by Ballard High School with production rights owned by Glycod Media. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation for all participating student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. Thank you for watching this broadcast. We'll be back with more on our pregame show. We'll have our pregame interview with Ballard head coach Greg Willis when we return. Stay with us on Glycod.
Not just blinds. Blinds Direct, not just blinds.
You cannot depend on Carl to make peace with his seatbelt.
Today.
Or on Beth to choose the best meal to go.
Is that soup?
Or on Stephanie's perfect parking spot to stay perfect. But you can depend on their car starting because they have Interstate batteries. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville. You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
Coach Willis at Ballard High School tonight facing Eastern. And, Coach, you have got it looks like a real good handle on this team right now. You've played one heck of a tough schedule. Tell us where you feel this team is at because of all those really big games you've played this year.
Yeah, you know, compliments Coach Renner. I played for Coach Renner for 4 years and then coached with him for 16 years. And Coach was willing to play anybody, anytime, anywhere. And so we don't quite have the same national schedule that we had with some of those teams, but we like to go play teams around the state. And we like to go play top competition and see how we fare. We like to think that you either win or you learn. And so from our losses against quality teams where we see what worked, what didn't work, and try to learn and continue to get better. And we've talked all year with these guys, and I've probably said it to you guys this season, about sacrifice communication relationships. I've got a unique group of seniors that really like each other, and they want to play with each other, and they want to play for each other. So that's made it fun to coach, and that's kind of helped us get to where we are now.
And you've got those backcourt experienced, really strong players that can control a game. You've got your big presence in the middle, and you have the pieces around. What have you seen develop around the big three that you've relied on for the last couple of years?
Yeah, we've got this year. I like kind of our pieces and the way they fit because we've got senior guards that can make plays off the dribble, but then we've got four guys, competent shooters that surround Blake in the middle. I think, I don't know where we are, maybe 6th in the state in scoring right now, and that's a compliment to those guys and their ability to be multi-dimension players that can drive it, that can shoot it, and then the way they pass the ball. I was talking to Todd Howard last night, who played at Ballard. He's assistant coach at Marion, and he was really complimentary of us on the way that we shared the basketball and moved it. And there's probably not anything that I want to hear more about my team offensively than that they share the ball. So got to keep doing it.
You've had that great schedule. Again, you came up against St. X twice this year, and really, play them to the limit, and just talk about the development within those big moments where your third and fourth quarters, you're looking for. I gotta believe you're just looking for that finish.
Absolutely. If we go back the last 3 times we played them last year, regular season, we played them at their place. I think we had them down 14 in the third quarter, and then they came back. LIT, we play them, got them down, I can't remember what it was, 6 or 8 or 9, and they come back and then play them here, and I think we're up 2 or 4 at the half, tied going into the fourth, and they end up beating us by 9. And compliments to Coach Klein. He's done just a phenomenal job of managing those guys and getting them playing, but we like the way we match up with them. They do a great job with pressuring the basketball and being physical on the ball. My point guard, Nate, was in bad foul trouble, and he really struggled last week when we played him. And I think that he's one of the guys, especially in that matchups, that's extremely important because when they come out and extend, he's usually pretty good at going and getting in gaps. So I would love to get the opportunity to play him again. Might be the same result, but we give it our best shot every time we play them.
But first, you got this district game tonight, and district's ahead, and that means you're right now sitting 2-0 in the district. What will it take for your team through tonight? What type of effort you expected from your guys?
Yeah, I've told my guys all season. Coach Kelsey at U of L, he talks about the next game's the most important game in the history of our program, and I've kind of taken that and switched it up and talked about this game as the Eastern and Christian Academy games for us are the most important games of the season. You want to get that 1 seed in the district tournament. You want to win the district, so you're drawing a regional runner-up a district runner-up in the regional tournament. So these games are extremely important to us, and I've been around Ballard and Eastern long enough to think about gyms packed and people standing in the end zones, and there's been a lot of really fun games. And last year they got us twice. They handled us probably as well as anybody did last season. So my guys are excited to hopefully get a chance to come back at them tonight. And I don't know if there's been an Eastern team that I've been less familiar with than I am with these guys here. So we're going to go out and play and do what we do, try to execute and play hard, and hopefully it works out for us.
Good stuff, Coach Willis. Good luck tonight, and we'll have more on our pregame broadcast. Stay with us on Glycod.
Go ahead. Pour it on. As thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering. Serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham. Always served to you fresh and so good, it'll make you say,
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes!
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables. But last week, I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by the Kentucky Army National Guard. Serve your country while going to school or work full-time. Find your fit at nationalguard.com.
And welcome back to Ballard High School. Alongside Mark Evans, I'm Paul Najar, and papers flying everywhere here in our perch high above the court at the top of the stands. As we get ready for Eastern and Ballard. Tonight's starting lineups are presented by Interstate Batteries. Get started with Interstate Batteries. They're outrageously dependable. First for the Eastern Eagles and head coach Leon Ellison. At guard, a 6-foot junior. Number 2, Josh Brock. At forward, a senior. Number 4, Calvin Nichols. At guard, a 6'3 sophomore. Number 0, Bramer Thornsberry. At forward, a 6'5 senior, number 33, Sam Bird. And at guard, a freshman, number 11, Aaron Miles. That's Miles, Bird, Thornsberry, Nichols, and Brock for head coach Leon Ellison. Now for the Ballard Bruins at guard, their point guard who makes it all happen, averaging 17.8 points per game. He's a 6'2 senior, wears number 0, Sam Frazier, also at guard. A 5'8 senior, quick on quick, number 3, Nate Richardson. At center, the big man in the middle, a 6'9 senior, number 23, Blake Russell. And rounding out the starting 5 at guard, a 6'3 junior, number 4, Nick Hayden. And also at guard, a 6-foot freshman, number 12, sharpshooter, Barron Clay. So that's Clay, Hayden, Richardson, Russell, and Frazier for head coach Greg Willis and his 16-9 Ballard Bruins. We're going to take our last pregame break, and just a reminder there that our starting lineups were brought to you by Interstate Batteries. Interstate Batteries, get started with Interstate Batteries. They're outrageously dependable. We'll take our last break, return with tip-off from Ballard High School. Stay with us on Glycod.
Check it. Ooh.
Need a better battery? Get an Interstate battery. Outrageously dependable.
Should have had an Interstate.
Come by
by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
From Glycon, it's UA Local 502 Louisville Basketball Game Night. UA Local 502, they do it right the first time. Tonight's game is brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, commitment to quality. The Army National Guard, where the next greatest generation is now. German American Bank, building our community together. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust. IBEW Local 369, power up your potential. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles. State Farm Insurance Agent Mike Shelton, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And Holy Smokes Barbecue. Now courtside for all the action from Glycon on UA Local 502 Louisville Basketball Game Night.
Ballard being announced right now. We are here for this 28th District clash between the Ballard Bruins, 16-9, and Eastern Eagles at 12-13, alongside Mark Evans. I'm Paul Najar, and Mark, certainly a big home crowd here tonight. Ballard's got the pep band. They got their student section in wearing all black shirts. So they've got some energy here tonight.
Well, I love it, Paul. I love the big student sections. You know, a lot of the programs out and throughout the state nowadays, you don't see the crowd you used to. But boy, when you come to a Ballard Eastern game, you sure do.
You're seeing a big one here tonight. Sam Bird to jump center for for Eastern. They're all in blue. And Bird will tip it off against Blake Russell. Russell wins that tip. Back to Sam Frazier. He cuts loose with a three right away. Can't hit it. It is saved, but right to Eastern. Down the court they come. Frazier gets the block on Bramer Thornsberry, and Ballard gains possession. Here comes Richardson. Richardson quickly through, finds Russell. Russell loses the handle. He's fouled. And that will be the first foul on Bramer Thornsberry. I believe they called it on zero. The fist.
But Paul, as we spoke, the transition defense is going to be really important. And so far, it's paid off for
paid off for Ballard.
Paid off for Ballard on the offensive end, which he'll push it all night long.
Yeah, but they paid it off on the defensive end too. They got back quickly to defend that Thornsberry attack. Frazier gets up and gets the block as Russell converts one of two. Hayden with the rebound, he goes up and under and through, and Nick Hayden for two, giving Ballard the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, Nick Hayden's always around the basketball. He tends to make a lot of those type of hustle plays and offensive rebounds.
Anthony Nichols finds Bird. Bird against man-to-man pressure here.
Yeah, I expect to see all man-to-man tonight by Ballard. They may change out a little bit, but I doubt it.
And that one out of play, out of bounds off of the Ballard defense. So Eastern maintains possession. Number 11, Aaron Miles, in with, he'll trigger it in. He finds Josh Brock on the right wing. He's
Hold on.
Good job. Are you okay? I hear it. Well,
Did you not hear it either, Paul? I can't hear it anytime. Like when I had mine. Let me see now.
I may have knocked one out. I don't know.
Yeah, Ballard's putting on a little bit of full court pressure here just to make, just basically to have Eastern play fast. Yeah, I look for Ballard to continue the pressure. I think they feel like they have a lot more depth, and it's going to pay off in the end for them tonight. Yeah, Ballard's bringing them all out. They're in a 2-2-1 press right off the bat.
Nichols inside, can't get it to go, and there's Bird on the putback. He gets fouled. He'll go to the line for 2. As good a shooter that Bird is. 47% from the field, 32% from 3. It's just a 48% free throw shooter.
Yeah, I'm really surprised about that.
Is way off to the left.
Yeah, I'm very surprised about that. He does a lot of good things as far as getting extra shots and so on and so forth. He's got to continue to work on his free throws, though, because if you can't make your free throws, you don't reward yourself.
Free throws on the road, very important as Bird gets the second of 2 to go. Eastern on the board. 2 minutes into this contest. Richardson gets away from the double team. Hayden down low to Russell. Russell turns, puts it up, and good. Blake Russell asserting himself inside. Miles against Richardson. That's a mismatch there. Ballard with the quick Richardson on Miles.
Good pass.
Inside, there's a good pass, and finish at the rim, Sam Bird.
That's a great pass. That's Bird's element, too. Nice cut. I'm just loud.
And the big 3. And that's 2 now. 2 threes for Barron Clay. The step through, he was fouled, was Anthony Nichols. So it was on the floor and not on the shot. All right, Mark, a quick start here for Ballard, and a few subs in and out. That's Jaden Culver, number 11, in for Ballard. He takes the place of Barron Clay. Clay's a good shooter, just a freshman.
Yes, he is. That's why he's in the lineup. Getting knocked down. He loves the corners, too.
And Sam Bird, there is now, that's all 5 points for Eastern from Sam Bird, the senior.
Well, we've seen Sam over the years have some fantastic ball games. I'm a little shocked that he's only averaging 6 points a game. I don't know if he's been injured or what the case may be, but, he's been better than that anytime I've ever seen him play.
A very good move by Raquel Johnson. Inside spin move. He gets fouled, go to the line for 2.
Well, Raquel loves the spin moves. He likes to get downhill. He can spin left. He can spin right. He's very quick and really deceiving. He's that other guard that they have that's going to have to handle some of the pressure tonight, too.
Interesting free throw routine from Johnson, and he gets that first of 2 to go.
Well, let's look at Eastern. I think they'll just fall back and try to play some good man-to-man defense, but from time to time they may show up on a free throw and maybe press a little bit.
And he hits them both. A little bit of a line drive shot there from Johnson. In for Ballard, number 5, Caleb Miller. He's on the right side of the court, just gets the ball from Richardson. Miller gets it to Russell. Russell fakes, puts it on the ground, and promptly loses it. That's not a good idea when you're 6'9" and trying to dribble through traffic.
Yeah, I think one of the interesting matchups that you're seeing already is number 11, Aaron Miles. he's that guard Nate Richardson, and we all know how quick Nate is, so Aaron must be equally as quick to have that matchup set up.
You know that Richardson can play some great defense as well, as Frazier gets around the defense, and Miller's shot blocked by Johnson. Got up quick, did Raquel Johnson.
Yeah, he's a good-looking player, good-looking athlete. Quick off the court and long and lanky. I really like him.
And quick hands there from Frazier. Strips Johnson in the layup.
Yeah, you're
right there.
Seeing Ballard at their best. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're seeing Ballard at their best. Transition game. They play off turnovers and they play off long shots and rebounds.
The take there from Johnson, and he has 4 to go with Burns 5, and it's just a 4-point lead for Ballard as Richardson drives and is fouled.
Well, that's one of the greatest attributes Richardson has. He can get in the paint and fan it out to those three-point shooters. Coach talked about he had 4 really quality perimeter shooters, and Richardson makes them better.
He'll trigger it in for Ballard, and he finds Frazier. To Culver back to Frazier, the 3. That's 3 threes now for Ballard.
Yeah, we all know Frazier's special. I mean, he's a 3-level scorer. He can do it all, and he can play defense too.
And the steal from Frazier. He goes down all the way in, and great shot blocked there by Johnny McFarland. A 6'3" sophomore has just checked in. He wears number 15 for Eastern. Frazier up and good with free throw number 1.
Well, the good thing about free throws for Ballard is they'll set their press this time. It makes it a lot easier. If he knocks it down, you might see a 1 press, a 1-2-1-1. You might see a 2-2-1. I think they prefer a 2-2-1 though.
Frazier shooting 72% from the line. He hits them both, and there it is. Immediately they engage the diamond and 1 press or man-to-man.
Yeah, there's
full court.
Man-to-man looking to run and jump, or just matching up and making Eastern. The Eagles play fast.
It's 11 on 11. Aaron Miles and Culver going at it. There's Thornsberry, jumper from 15, the short corner, right over Russell for 2. Up ahead quickly. Russell can't find his shot. There's Frazier from the low block. Banks it in.
Yeah, Frazier's got all the shots, and you don't see a lot of kids use glass as well as he does, but he still has a little old school in him.
He does. Over 1,000 points in his career at Ballard, Sam Frazier. He was honored during the game against Oldham County when Hall of Fame head coach Chris Renner came back to Ballard there with a nice backdoor cut. Johnny McFarland for 2. Frazier, quick 3 the other way, no good. Rebound tip by Russell, and they're going to call it on Russell or on... Yes, they call it on Caleb Miller.
Yeah.
And that's the 15th foul on Ballard. So Eastern will shoot 2 free throws for the remainder of the quarter. 1:56 remaining.
Yeah, Caleb Miller, Paul, is their energy guy. He's a guy that's scrappy, plays hard on defense, can score if he needs to, but he also takes charges, which makes him near and dear to my heart. I love to see that.
Yes, he does. He's an energy guy, as Thornsberry, Bramer Thornsberry, 75% from the line, hits the first of 2, 7.6 points per game he averages.
But, this first half, Eastern stand right in there. We'll see what the depth does to him in time.
And he hits them both, just a 5-point lead for the Bruins. Miller gets a screen, moves right. Frazier down low to Russell. Russell Turns, back out to Miller. Miller's three, no good. Rebound to Thornsberry. Thornsberry and Miller battling down the court. Miles gets it, fakes, corner three. Thornsberry buries it.
That's just a great job of spacing, a great job of drive, kick back, and drive again and kick back again. And found that corner shooter.
And there's Frazier, the running one-hander down the lane. Can't get it to go. It was funny, after Thornsberry hit that three, he wanted to celebrate as Miller gets the steal. There's your hustle play. Richardson all the way in with the left hand. He gets it to go. Nate Richardson. But when Thornsberry hit that three, Mark, he tried to take a little moment to celebrate, and then he realized, oh, I better sprint because I shot from the three, and they're ahead of me.
Absolutely, like we talked. Transition defense for Eastern is going to be everything tonight.
That's one of your inside looks to the game, and that backdoor pass nowhere to be found except the hands of Russell. There's a three from Frazier. He buries it from the corner. And up ahead quickly, and Miles blocked by Frazier, and he's gonna go to the line for two. Frazier blocked that shot, but got a lot of body.
Well, that's what's tough though, Paul, in this transition. The way that Ballard runs the court, they love the corner threes, and that's one of the most difficult things to do in transition defense is get out there and cover that.
Josh Brooks, good pass up court to Aaron Miles. He'll shoot two. With 24 and a half seconds left. Misses the first.
I haven't seen Aaron too much play in the tapes I've watched, but you know, I can see why he's out there. You know, he's long, lanky, plays hard on defense, and you know, I think he's kind of a stopper type, and I think Coach knows tonight they're going to have to cut down on some of the easy shots of the Ballard team.
He misses both. 7-point lead for Ballard. They're going to go for one here as head coach Greg Willis instructs Frazier, and they start the weave. Culver behind his back. Frazier three, got it.
Yeah, just very impressive. Just really well coached. I mean, very patient and got to the hot hand.
And they got that shot off before the buzzer, but no avail. 10-point lead for Ballard, up 28-18 on Eastern. Second quarter action when we return on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville. You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
Welcome back. It is Ballard 28, Eastern 18. Start of the second quarter. Aaron Miles, the freshman, hounded by Frazier. Frazier with the steal. Up ahead to Hayden. Hayden lays it up and good. Nick Hayden with a bucket to give Ballard their largest lead of the contest at 12. Ballard switching to his own, Mark.
Yes, there, 1-3-1 zone. Not really looking to trap, just looking to move to the angles where they shoot the ball from.
You talked about Caleb Miller enjoying taking charges, and he had that there, but it looked like he moved in to the offensive attacker.
Yeah.
Wasn't sure if Josh Brock got a little hop step in. It's going to be a block on Miller.
Well, that's one of the things I like about Coach Willis. You know, he continues to change his defenses up and try to keep teams off balance. I mean, in this game tonight, they definitely have the upper hand over Eastern, but yet he's still practicing for the end, and that's what you need to be doing.
They called a double foul on the play. One on Miller and then one on Eastern's Thornsberry and Bramer Thornsberry, and that results in a held ball, and that held ball turns the ball over to the Bruins. Frazier, quick three. Boy, that quick release off the mark and out of bounds over to Eastern.
Well, he said about 4 or 5. It was due to not hit rim or anything on that one. So anyway,
he was still moving, drifting a little on that shot.
Yeah. I'm sure he doesn't get a lot of credit, but this is number 11, Jaden Culver, for the Bruins. He does a real nice job of making sure the right people get the ball at the right time. He really is a smart player.
Now in that 1-3-1, a little bit of chase action.
Trapping in the corners, trapping in the baseline corners, that is.
Thornsberry hits his second 3 of the night. Nice move by Nate Richardson. A little fake, one dribble, step into that shot at the elbow. 15-footer is good.
Yeah, he's hard to guard because he can get it to the rim. He's so quick. He's a lefty, which fools a lot of people. The other thing is he can make that little 15-foot pull-up. Every once in a while he gets a little streaky on the threes. He can make 2 or 3 threes in a row. I think we saw that before, but he's probably better off to stay with the 15-footer and the layup and the dishes. He makes everybody else better.
We're going to take a 30-second break. When we return, more second quarter action from Glycod.
Not just blinds. Blinds Direct. Not just blinds.
Glycod on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycod.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
Welcome back to Ballard. Eastern possession after that 30-second timeout. And inside it goes. Nice finish. Nice finish by Nikolowski. That 3. Boy, they do take a lot of corner threes. That one went out of bounds off of Eastern's Nikolowski.
Well, the thing about it, though, Paul, is they take a lot, but they also make a lot of the corner threes. So, you got to be real careful. You don't want to help off those corners in the half-court defense, that's for sure.
Quick hands by Anthony Nichols. Baron Clay returns for Frazier. Clay gets it in, down low from Hayden into Russell, but the foul on Thornsberry against the much taller Russell.
Well, excellent inbound play, trying to get, Culver does a good job. We already talked about that. Try to get Russell involved in the basketball game as much as possible.
Raquel Johnson checks in for Thornsberry, his second foul. Russell goes baseline, 2 dribbles, gets it knocked away by Sam Bird. And Raquel Johnson comes away with it. He gives it up to Nikolowski. Backdoor, nice pass, and the finish, Anthony Nichols.
Yeah, that was special. That was a great one-handed bounce pass off the back cut. And then an excellent finish. That's how you finish it. You put it down on the dunk.
Get up and get it down. 7-point lead now for Ballard as Richardson goes inside, and that's a tough one.
That was a tough one. It was a foul. I mean, he created the contact and got the guy up in the air. But I'm impressed with the way that this Eastern Eagles team is playing defense. I mean, they're not backing down. They're fighting.
They are. Ballard scored 28 in that first quarter, but it wasn't for a lack of effort on Eastern's end on defense.
Well, it was streaky.
Yeah.
It was transition. And it was created by some turnovers, to be honest with you. And they got easy, quick threes.
Yes, they did. Number 3 at the line, that's Nate Richardson, missed his first free throw. Misses them both. Richardson.
Yeah, Nate's a
74%, free throw.
He's a good free throw shooter. Typically.
Aaron Miles.
Stand man-to-man, just a lot of pressure by Ballard.
McFarland out to Nikolowski, now at the elbow. And that attempt awry as Clay comes down with it. Oh, a lot of contact.
It could have went either way on that one. It's probably just as well no call. Could have been a charge, could have been a block.
Floater no good. He gets up quickly to get the rebound, but Raquel Johnson pulls it down.
And we're going to see what head tap is. Coach is going
to high screen roll.
And high screen looking for the corner 3 or the corner attack.
And what looked to be a promising play and a nice pick, just a nice deflection out of bounds by Richardson. So Eastern to start it again.
It was defended well, and I don't think the screen off the top was used real well. He really took the roll out of it.
Yeah, he did. And the kick ball out of bounds. It was off the foot of Nick Hayden.
We'll see what kind of an inbounds play they run here against this man-to-man. Man-to-man defense is always a little bit difficult on the switching and stuff. It's really a good defense to score on.
I love seeing man-to-man defense out of bounds play. Underneath. I love seeing it because we'd score off it every time.
Okay. That's what we're on the same page.
Yes, we are. Bird dribbles in, kicks it out to Miles against this man pressure. Inside goes Nikolowski, but they're going to call an offensive foul. And
I don't know about you, Paul, but I didn't like that.
I thought Nikolowski made a good move around the defender.
He did a great job of getting his shoulders turned into the basket. That was a quick call. He sold it, but I just don't agree with it.
Yeah, that was a tough break for the sophomore, and there's Richardson, quick 3. It looked like Rain Smith there from U of L. We talked about him off air.
Well, he's not Rain yet. He is streaky, though. I've seen him hit 2 and 3 in a row. He's smart. He kind of picks his time, and he's really good going that direction.
Josh Brock hands it off. That's McFarland, and they find Miles. Miles tries to save it. Brock gets it into McFarland. His left hand down the lane. Athletic move. Johnny McFarland, the 6'3 sophomore.
The coach was talking about his young players. I like this sophomore group. They do a nice job out there.
And Russell gets called for a blocking foul. So ball turns over to Eastern. That's 2 fouls on Eastern now in this quarter. 2 fouls on Ballard this quarter. 4 on Eastern.
Ballard's in man-to-man. We saw a little 1-3-1 from them, but they're back to their man-to-man.
Nikolowski. Brock gets it, and he's held by Richardson.
Yeah, that was a tough one. That's just going to be in the wrong place, wrong time. Ballard really works to get out and deny the passes, to get in the passing lanes. That's their bread and butter, steals and layups.
The 2 freshmen. You've got Aaron Miles, and there's a hand on it. Again, the deflection from Ballard. Baron Clay defending Aaron Miles. Oh, nice move by Miles. He gets it to go. A good quick step crossover and finish.
Yeah, Miles is
right there.
Impressive.
And Nick Hayden gets it to go. Jaden Culver with the assist. I think that's number 8 in this first half for Ballard. And a long one from Brock, can't get it to go. Rebound, up high, Bird. He just has to turn around and got a little baby hook. But he kicks it out. They're going to try and reset this offense. Ballard playing a little bit of a zone there and out of the middle. Line drive attempt from McFarland, no good. Culver, bearing play, kicks it to Hayden, around to Frazier, his 3, buries it. And this Ballard offense heating up from the 3-point line.
Yeah, Ballard did a great job of taking the ball from right to left, swinging the ball all the way around to the corners, and Eastern just couldn't get out there to guard him. And you better be guarding Sam Frazier.
We'll stay right here. And remind everyone for the latest updates on all things high school athletics, including continuous score updates. Visit glycod.com. We really enjoy what we do, and we appreciate your support. We'll have at halftime a recap of first half action, some general team stats, and a look ahead to second half. We'll have our ticker scoreboard presented by Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering as well. So, Mark Evans, these Eastern Eagles keeping things relatively close. But this 12-point lead for Ballard feels bigger than that, doesn't it?
Yeah, this game's moving too. It seems like it's just flown by this first half. Yeah, you know, Eastern's done a lot of good things, but everything's a challenge when they're trying to score. And Ballard's getting a lot of easier opportunities off of rebounds and transition, and they're knocking down threes, and that will fix your score quick. It's amazing that Eastern's still hanging in there with as many threes as Ballard's already hit. 2-2-1 press by Ballard. Once again, looking for turnovers, trying to exploit these young guards is what they're trying to do.
Oh, and there it is Bird. They barely get it across before the 10-second violation. Bird almost had it taken away.
Well, Ballard did a great job of dropping back down and getting in their defense after they didn't get the ball out of the pressure.
2-2-1, back to a 2-3 zone for Ballard. Frazier playing the low wing.
Yeah, very
They
common.
go corner. Aaron Miles can't hit that 3, but the rebound right there. Active, aggressive, and the finish, Raquel Johnson. And there will be a timeout for Ballard. 30-second break. We're going to take one as well. Stay with us on Glycod.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech 24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Tech 24, a commercial food service repair company. Find out how you can train for a rewarding career and earn top pay and benefits by visiting mytech24.com.
Welcome back. We're at Ballard High School, 28th District rival matchup. Eastern Eagles trailing Ballard by 10 here, just under a minute to play first half. And the Bruins in their white, trimmed in crimson. Oh, very quick move to the rack from distance. I mean, what a good little crossover load. Jaden Culver, the 5'8 junior.
That was a little shock. Nobody bothered stopping ball, and nobody was back to help to take a charge.
And then when they tried, he just gave it a quick crossover and speed to the rack. He'll shoot 2, Will Culver. Hits the first.
Yeah, it looked more or less like they caught Eastern sleeping for just a short period of time. You know, I'm sure Coach Willis called that timeout both to wake them up, but they're giving up offensive rebounds on the Ballard defensive side. I know we don't like that.
Culver rims around. He goes down low to try and get that rebound. He tipped it, but he couldn't get it away from the Eastern Boards men. Miles to Johnson. Johnson over to Nichols.
The Ballard plays pretty good man-to-man defense. I'm looking for to talk. I'm looking for the communication side of it.
Nichols 3 from Bird. And Ballard will hold for the last shot. Frazier gets the ball tipped by Nichols. Culver's jumper from 16. 4. And Miles, at the buzzer, can't connect. It's a 10-point lead for Ballard at the half. 44-34 is the score. We'll take our first halftime break, come back with our halftime programming. Stay with us on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time. While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Welcome to Holy Smokes Barbecue.
At Holy Smokes Barbecue, our pitmasters smoke up mouth-watering ribs, chicken, brisket, mutton, and more. From sandwiches to full dinners, with a complete list of sides and desserts. Holy Smokes Barbecue. Just tell them that the man in the big white hat sent you.
Order up.
How's the pork chop taste?
It's pretty good. It's the best one I've ever had.
Holy Smokes Barbecue. Tell them the man in the big white hat sent you.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, a tradition of corporate excellence and community service. For more, visit tfcfamily.com.
Welcome back to Ballard. It's halftime here with the host Bruins leading the visiting Eastern Eagles by 10 at the half. Alongside Mark Evans, I'm Paul Najar, and want to remind everyone tonight's scoreboard is presented by Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering. Tell them the man in the big white hat sent you. 7508 Preston Highway. 502-968-5657 is the number, as we got the little boys out playing on the floor right now, just running around, playing against each other. One of them taking a nap on the floor with his basketball as his pillow. Long for the days of that. We will have tonight's halftime stats when we return. More to come on our halftime programming. Stay with us on Glycod.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
You cannot depend on Carl to make peace with his seatbelt. Or on Beth to choose the best meal to go.
Is that soup?
Or on Stay Perfect. But you can depend on their car starting because they have interstate
changes. Along with Ferris's patented suspension system, you'll cut faster, mow longer, and reduce maintenance.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
Welcome back to Ballard High School, where the Bruins holding a 10-point lead at the half, 44-34. Tonight's halftime stats are brought to you by German American Bank. Support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for more info. To Mark Evans we go. Halftime stats, Mark.
Okay, we'll start with the visiting team, the Eastern Eagles. Actually, they shot the ball pretty well in the first half. They were 13 of 22 from the field for 59%. They were 2 of 4 from the three-point line for 50% and 5 of 8 from the free throw line for 63. They scored 18 in the first quarter and 16 in the second.
And for the homestanding Ballard Bruins?
Well, the difference maker is going to be the three-pointers that we keep talking about that they're getting in the corners. Now, they're shooting well, too. They're 14 of 26 for 54% from the field. They are 7 of 12, though, for 58% from the three. That is one of the differences. And they are 4 of 7 for 57% from the free throw line, but they had 28 in that first quarter. They were blistering, and then they calmed down a little bit, and they had 16 in that second for a total of 44 points. Turnovers, Eastern's pretty much doubled up on the turnovers. Not a lot of turnovers, not really a bad half, but every single turnover sometimes leads into a transition basket, so they're going to have to limit the turnovers coming into the second half if they're going to get back in the game.
Well, these Ballard Bruins certainly enjoyed their shooting. I said it was their 8th. I miscalculated, and I see where I miscalculated. I credited one of Eastern's threes to Ballard. So 7 threes in that first half, Mark. But a 10-point advantage for Ballard in the first quarter. But Eastern played him even in the second, and you just have a sense that Eastern's not going to go away.
No, I was wondering where their scoring was going to come from, considering their leading scorer for part of the season is no longer at the school. But it's by committee, and it's been a good committee. Coach Huck, these young players, they're battlers. They're fighting. I mean, they're doing a good job. They're just not knocking down the threes as well as Ballard is, and Ballard does that out of transition. And Ballard into a quick trap to try to turn them over right off the bat.
Right off the bat, but there's a foul called on that pressure.
Yeah, I usually don't say much about fouls, but, that was a tough foul, make that call from all the way across the court, just out of the fray. I wasn't real pleased.
Nate Richardson at 5'8", trying to guard the 6'1" freshman, Aaron Miles, and he does a good job of it. Miles just got pushed around by Richardson, but not because it was anything egregious, just as he's a slight build. There's Richardson goes down and gets the steal.
Yeah, Richardson's a senior, strong guard, and I think he's up against a sophomore. And that sophomore doesn't know how to take him in yet and post him up. So
there's
the
that
advantage is even.
Miles from the corner. There's the miss. Hayden pulls it down quickly ahead. He fakes the handoff, goes in all alone, and he overshoots that layup.
Ballard's back half court man-to-man. That's what you're going to see most of the time. Very, very active hands. But I've been impressed with Miles. He's handled that point really well.
As has this young man. That's Raquel Johnson, finishing at the rim.
He's quite the player. He can score, and he's just active. He's long. He's active. He does a really nice job. He's another one that I really hadn't noticed until just recently. He's really turned on.
The turnover from Frazier, and now Eastern can cut into this lead again. Yeah, Miles makes the crossover, gets it into Bird, but there's Frazier from the weak side with the rejection. Culver gets it up ahead quickly. Brock Clay turning it over. Quick hands from Frazier. Boy, he got down low and got it away from Nichols, but Nichols draws the foul, the second on Ballard this quarter. And the three there, Josh Brock. He was a spot-up shooter last year, the junior now. That dribble game, he put it down once, Mark, in rhythm, and a perfect finish. Its lead cut to 6.
Yeah, he's only shooting 32% on the year so far from the three-point line, but I'm impressed with him. He's got a really pretty stroke. He's quick with the shot. A lot of it just means new team, young team, and where you get the ball at, too.
Beautiful drop step from Russell to finish. Give Ballard its first points of the second half.
Yeah, in my notes, I talked a little bit about that. Russell's got some really good footwork. Sometimes when he's up against a bigger, stronger player, sometimes he tends to fade away a little bit. I like him go stronger to the basket.
Bird saves that one. Raquel Johnson out to Brock. His three is short. Picked up by Frazier. And there is the miss from Nick Hayden. Brock gets around the screen from Bird. Hayden gets the steal, though. Perfect into the passing lane, and he lays it off up in the air. A little alley-oop for Frazier.
Yeah, great play by Hayden defensively, getting out on that wing and getting thin. We talk about getting thin. He used the proper hand, was able to tip it away to himself, and then finished well with the extra pass.
And how about that? Aaron Miles with the fake, springs open. Anthony Nichols for the three. Yeah. Frazier's three right back, no good. Blake Russell can't get that layup to go. And he and Bird get tangled up. There's going to be a little battle here. There's a double foul. And it's going to stay.
Well, I've already seen more double fouls tonight than I
have all year.
Yeah.
You saw two of them now. One right at the beginning of the first quarter, and here halfway through the third.
Yeah, I don't know this crew as normally as well as I know most crews. Not that they're doing a bad job. Overall, the flow of the game's been good, but
I think that first one, there were two fouls in two different places, one on Ballard and one on Eastern at the same time.
Right.
And the official did a good job to come together and make that call.
Well, we both know it's a tough job being out there on that court. These kids are bigger, stronger, faster, and you're going to miss some, but for the most part, these Jefferson County officials do a fine job.
And that was truly, they battled really hard for that rebound. Bird got contact on Russell, and Russell vice versa, right back at him. And a good decision to keep cool heads that way. Nice take, Raquel Johnson. Wow, the energy. And it's just a 4-point lead for Ballard, and Coach Greg Willis calls a timeout to start this third quarter, a 10-4 run for Eastern. We got a 60-second break ahead. Stay with us on Glycod.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech 24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Tech 24, a commercial food service repair company. Find out how you can train for a rewarding career and earn top pay and benefits by visiting mytech24.com.
Welcome back to Ballard High School. Jim Ruther Gymnasium. The history here oozing off the walls with the photos and the numbers and the names of those retired greats here at Ballard High School. Alongside Mark Evans, I'm Paul Najar. And Mark, this Eastern Eagles team, heck of a job to come out of this third quarter. Close the gap to 4 points.
Well, I liked our conversation with Coach Willis before the game even began. Coach Ellison before the game began. About we're just getting better and better and working at this and working at that. It's more of a process still.
And the block by Johnson, Raquel Johnson. What a force this sophomore has been. The energy, the hops, the quicks.
Well, I just think Eastern's really playing a heck of a game and coming out after the break and looking as good as they do. That's impressive.
McFarland finds Bird, and Russell slams him down. And he'll go to the line for two.
Yeah, Paul, like anything else, Eastern hangs in here and gets it close. The longer they play in, the longer they have the opportunity to build confidence, and the more confidence they have, it's close down to the end. Anything can happen. They have some players.
Hits the first of two. He was 0 for 2 from the line in the first half.
Yeah, that's something Bird needs to continue to work on. He's got to get those free throw percentages up.
He hits them both. And it's now a 2-point game.
Well, he's got a nice stroke. I don't understand.
I agree.
Or maybe he's just not had a lot, and that's factored into it.
Frazier, quick three, the catch, the release, the flush.
Yeah, once again, though, you can't help up corners. I mean, it's just, you're better off to give up layups than give up wide open threes to Sam Frazier.
And there's a travel on Miles. Coach Leon Ellison looking for a foul call.
Yeah, I think you'll see after that timeout with Coach Willis, I'm sure you're going to see a little bit more energy on the defensive end from the Bruins of Ballard.
Got to have it. They've been outscored 12-7 here in this third quarter, and there's Sam Bird. He deflects it, goes in, lays it up, and he's fouled by Hayden. He'll go to the line to finish a three-point play.
That's just a great job of quick hands and good defense and really a lazy pass, to be quite honest. You know, people didn't meet the pass, people didn't pop the pass, and, you know, you kind of get yourself set up on that.
And a confident stroke and follow through. That's 10 points for Bird. Inside it goes. Bird stood up, but Frazier draws the foul on Bird.
You know, Frazier did a nice job of getting thin and getting his body around Bird that time. Bird kind of slid in, dropped a foot, and, you know, it's definitely the right call.
Bird to shoot two. Or I'm sorry, Frazier to shoot two. That foul was on Bird, his second. Josh Brock back in for the Eagles. He replaces Johnny McFarland.
Well, there's really no one in foul trouble in this game. There's been very few fouls called. Like we talked, it's been a well-played game.
Full court pressure from Ballard as Bird gets it to Brock.
Yeah, I think Ballard didn't like the pace that they had been put into. Eastern was doing a good job of controlling the pace and the tempo.
Wow, Brock behind the back twice. Can't get it to go. Long rebound comes to Miles. And Brock then throws it away as Bird tracks it down in the back court.
Yeah, Brock got himself in a situation. If he could have just taken a breath, I think it would have been okay and settled, but he tried to make the play and threw it in back court. Once again,
Braber Thornsberry checks in.
Big time for Eastern this play, this set. Let's see if they can get a stop here and keep the momentum going their way.
And the step through Sam Frazier finish.
Well, I don't know. I think Frazier scored the last three baskets, I do believe, Paul. You know, he turns on when he needs to, that's for sure.
The take by Raquel Johnson, and he gets the floater to go down the right side. The 6'1" sophomore making things happen here in the third quarter. Frazier's quick two, no good. Rebound comes down to Richardson and fouled by Johnson. Richardson just a hair quicker to the ball.
Well, I think somebody on the Bruins tonight forgot their scouting report because, you know, if he continued to allow him to go right every single time, and that's Raquel Johnson, he's going to score on you, you know, unless you take a charge on him. So might want to try to take that right hand away from him a little bit. Might be beneficial. I don't think Coach Willis is overly excited about the overall effort and the concentration at this point.
Frazier brings it across half court. Richardson right side three, no good. Rebound comes down, and it popped out of Bird's hands. Back to Frazier, his three, no good. Rebound, Ballard.
You know who we haven't seen get any three opportunities tonight is Aaron Clay. He could knock him down too.
He hit two in the first half, as that one goes awry from Caleb Miller. And Frazier can't get that one to go.
Yeah, Miles had nowhere to go. That wasn't a sharp play that time.
And then he comes back Baron Clay, his third three of the night.
I think he was on cue. Yeah, Ballard's pace is picking back up Ballard's way. And
Bird. And in the corner, Miles can't get the three to go. And quickly ahead, here come the Bruins, and Richardson's three won't go. The back tip. And the finish there. Anthony Nichols, but right back at you. Caleb Miller. And there's the end of the third quarter. 8-point lead, 61 for Ballard, 53 for the Eagles of Eastern High School. We're going to take our third quarter break. We'll return with fourth quarter action straight ahead on Glycod.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
Welcome back to Ballard High School. 8-point lead for the host Bruins here over District 28 rival Eastern. Alongside Mark Evans, I'm Paul Najar. And Mark, Eastern got it within 2. Couldn't quite get it over the threshold to tie it or take a lead. Yeah. They're now down 8 as Frazier's three is off.
Well, it was a tough last 2 minutes of that particular quarter that time. A couple mistakes, couple bad shots quick shots, I'd say, by Eastern, and it really hurt them at the other end when Ballard went down and scored 3 times in a row.
And there, a great no-look from Bramer Thornsberry. At the rim, Johnny McFarland with a finish. And that one was tipped. Baron Clay drove, tried to find Russell, but it was tipped away and out of play. Possession to Ballard.
Coach Ellison is using a lot of energy on the side. He's giving everything he has so his kids will play defense. That's what he's trying to do.
It's a district game for him. Bird flopped a little, but Russell did drop that shoulder right into his chest.
Well, we talked about Bird. He's very good at taking charge.
He is excellent.
He does all the little things well.
He does that job for Eastern so well, like Russell does, or Caleb Miller does for Ballard. Aaron Miles all the way to the rack, and he finishes. Good move once he made a decisive move to get around Sam Frazier. Frazier gets it taken away. Nikolovsky hands it off. There's Thornsberry, and foul on Richardson.
Really impressed with Eastern, really impressed. You know, Ballard's just a little lackadaisical, and Eastern's making them pay with their defense.
A chance to cut it to 2. Bramer Thornsberry on the line. And it out. Thornsberry, a sophomore, 7.6 points a game he averages. He's hit 24 three-pointers on the year. He got it to go. So it's a 3-point lead for Ballard now.
See if Eastern can tag together some stops.
Frazier, right side. Back to Frazier, and Frazier, that's a tough break. He got him, and then we're going to let it go because it looked like he had advantage, but then his feet slipped out, made him off balance, so foul on Nikolovsky.
Frazier's hard to guard. He uses both hands so well. He changes speeds. He'll stand you up and then he'll blow by you. I look for them to keep finding Frazier right now. This is prime time right now. They'll be looking for him.
Culver finds Hayden out front and that was the three from Baron Clay. Couldn't get it to go, and a foul on Miller, Caleb Miller.
Yeah, I wouldn't say
that's
that was
his third.
I wouldn't say that was a bad shot by Clay, but I think at this point in time, the composure is important. I think if they slowed it down just a little bit and found Sam Frazier, I think they'd be better off, and I think that's what you're going to see Coach concentrate on.
Trailing by 3, Aaron Miles probing the offense. Back to Miles.
Miles has some handles.
He gets it inside to Bird for the finish, and it's a 1-point game.
Yeah, that's Miles breaking down the defense, and Bird burying them under the basket and making the play. That was quality. Eastern looks good. They're getting out there and making
and there's
things
the
happen.
steal. Thornsberry goes in. He draws the contact, and the Eagles take the lead. Eastern up 1. Timeout, Ballard. What a change of events here in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time to go. We'll take a full timeout as well when we return. Fourth quarter action. See how Ballard responds. Stay with us on Glycod.
Go ahead. Pour it on. As thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering. Serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham. Always served to you fresh and so good, it'll make you say,
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes!
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
And welcome back. What a game we have here. This 28th district rival matchup. The Ballard Bruins now trailing the Eastern Eagles by 1. Mark Evans, what an effort from these Eagles, this Eagles squad.
Well, I will always believe that defense wins ball games and big ball games. I think you have to be good at that end of the court, and right now Eastern is spectacular.
I know
they're
you
getting
like
out
to,
in the lanes,
and you like to keep track of turnovers. They forced several Ballard turnovers this second half.
Yeah, I have 6 turnovers, and most of them led to layups, and that's the way to do it. Kind of flipped the switch from what I thought it was going to be in this game.
Layups and layups with a foul, 2 3-point plays in the second half. The weave from Ballard. Culver, there's Hayden. Nick Hayden moves left, hands it to Culver. Culver, quickness, right corner, in and out of the hands of Sam Frazier. They're going 4-guard now. The freshman Baron Clay out there with Frazier, Culver, Richardson, Hayden, the lone big man.
Well, you know, that was a set play from Coach, ran the weave, and the goal was get the ball to Frazier in the corner, and they did, but they threw it out of bounds while they're doing it.
Raquel Johnson to Sam Bird. Bird way out front. Miles.
Well, see how Eastern handles the pressure, because I'm sure that Bruins are going to pick it up.
Oh, that's a charge. Excellent job. Excellent job by Hayden. Hayden stood in and took that one on the chops and the chest.
Well, we've been talking about that.
Drawn on Hayden, so he'll go out. Russell will come back in, and they'll tend to Hayden. Got popped somewhere. I don't know if he's talking to about a loose tooth or not. But Ballard down 1 with possession. See what they can do on this opportunity. Russell hands it off to Frazier over to Culver. Richardson, eyes up, gets in the lane, puts up that left-handed runner. Can't get it to go, and he will go to the line to shoot two, fouled by Miles.
Yeah, you know who we haven't seen a lot of this second half, Paul, is Blake Russell. You know, they really, I mean, he's really been non-existent.
And Richardson hits the first. And drains the second. 1 point lead now for Ballard.
Ballard's great man-to-man. I thought they might pressure off of that. Maybe
it looks like they might be going a little bit of a zone.
It might be a 2-3 matchup is what they're in. Yeah,
that's it.
Absolutely.
And there they beat it by going from Bird to Thornsberry. He can't hit the three. Culver with a rebound. Richardson ahead. Corner three, left side. Frazier in and out, no good. Bird with the big board.
Yeah, Ballard definitely got out of that matchup what they wanted. They got the right person shooting the ball for them. You'll see now they're back. Now back, same thing. The 1-1-3 is what it is. Into a 2-3.
Thornsberry to Frazier. Mark, you've seen this Eastern team a few times this year. Boy, this has got to be one of their best games of the season.
Oh, I don't think
Bird,
there's any doubt.
Yeah, kicks it out. Nichols back to Bird. Bird goes left, switches, turns, spins right, off glass, no good. Russell tips it, and Baron Clay comes up with a rebound, hands it off to Richardson. Richardson left corner three, Culver short, and Frazier, who goes after that ball, can't get it to go.
Yeah, so far from.
Wait a minute, was that a foul?
Yes.
No call. I think there was a blood issue on Baron Clay.
Oh.
So he goes to the bench. They called that whistle, and in for Clay.
1-1-3 zone. Threw it right out of bounds.
Caleb Miller, and that's a tough one for a young point guard.
Well, 3 times down the court, 3 stops just because they ran a little 1-1-3 zone.
Little different look.
Their coach might need a timeout and get them into some kind of an offensive set that can deal with that zone, because right now everything Ballard wants out of it, he's got it.
Frazier smooth off the pick from Russell. He dribbles twice left and hits that jumper, giving Ballard a 3-point cushion. Eastern takes a timeout. 2:46 to play. It's a full one. We'll take a 60-second break and return with the stretch run. Stay with us on Glycod.
Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit operationparent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
Back to Jim Ruther Gymnasium here at Ballard High School. The history, the pageantry here. Mark Evans of this 28th district matchup, the rival Eastern Ballard. And, you know, head coach Greg Willis played for a long time. Hall of Fame coach Chris Renner, who's now at Oldham County. You and I had the Oldham County back.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycon. UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville.
Finish mark. The freshman Aaron Miles set up that last play. He was cool as cool can be, and he to get himself free on that pick on that high screen.
He must learn fast because it's a polar opposite from the play before when he ran the ball into the corner and stepped on the line. He came right out there in transition and made the play happen, and pretty shot. He's a heck of a freshman. I really like him.
Russell gets it out. Richardson out to Russell, left wing. He crosses over. Back to Richardson. He hesitates, drives, kicks. Miller three. He gave him a three-point lead, but he couldn't hit that one. Bird with a rebound.
Now they're trying to push pace. He's picking up ball.
Miller gives it to Johnson. There's Bird. He drives, and he runs right through Culver.
That is Culver, though, Paul. You know, I got in my notes, you know, he does all the little things. He did a great job of rotating over and taking the charge.
And just a junior, he's undersized, but he's super quick, and he stood his ground to pick up that player control foul.
Yeah, he handles it well. He does a lot of things well.
Richardson, step back, into the lane, kicks it. Miller, Culver fakes, crossover, corner. There's Russell. It was a two. His foot was on the line. And the entire coaching staff for Ballard gets up and tells the defense 2-2. So they're running a straight 2-3.
Straight 2-3. I was surprised he went out there and went man at the end of the fourth quarter. It was doing really well.
And they get the great pass inside to Mikulovsky. from Bird for the finish.
Well, that's how you get them. You get behind the defense.
So quick. Culver, left wing three, no good. Tipped out. Rebound goes to Richardson. Frazier, quick three, can't get it. Miller tips it. Culver gets it. Culver circles around into the lane. He's knocked away. Knocked over by Nikolovsky, and that's his fifth. And Josh Brock, a great three-point shooter, will replace him. 5 fouls on Nikolovsky. 2 free throws coming for Culver. And we see Ballard's freshman Baron Clay come back to the bench as Culver hits the first.
Yeah, well, we're into the bonus situation, so
the player control
going to
foul.
have to play hard, yeah, but they have to be smart on the foul.
Culver can't get the second, so a 1-point lead for Ballard. Culver picked up that player control foul on Bird in that first possession, but that does not take a team to the line.
Great
Bird
cut.
quickly in.
That's the
And
charge.
who is it? It's Culver.
Culver again. Yeah, Bird made a nice, strong play.
He
Strong
just
to the
was
basket.
moving a little too fast. Got a control there. That's his 4th foul, 2 here in overtime.
Yeah, it'd been nice if he could have pulled up and kissed it off the glass there, but you don't see a lot of that anymore. Once they make up their mind, they keep on going.
Terrific rivalry battle here at Ballard Jim Ruther Gymnasium. Both student sections on their feet. Culver into the lane, kicks it out. Frazier over to Culver. Culver now to Richardson. Richardson quick skits inside, then kicks it to Miller. Now to Frazier. Frazier goes up. He's fouled, and that will be it for Sam Bird.
Well, you got to like this Ballard team attacking the basket at this point in time. They're going to get to the free throw line. They shoot free throws really well. They're a tough guard. They're not settling outside, so that's a mark of good coaching.
Sam Bird with 5 fouls. Nikolovsky with 5 fouls, but that brings McFarland into the game. A solid 8-man rotation for Leon Ellison's Eastern Eagles tonight. Maybe they find Josh Brock loose for a 3. As Frazier hits the first. Bramer Thornsberry as Frazier 72% from the free throw line. Hits them both. 3-point lead now.
Ballard shoots them well, Paul.
And there's Frazier on the steal, and he goes in the air and he knocks it off Thornsberry. Frazier with a superlative play. The senior coming through for his team. Frazier throws it in up high to Russell. Russell gets it to Miller, and Caleb Miller fouled by Brock.
Wow.
Or was it a timeout? Before the foul, there's a full timeout.
Yeah, it's a timeout. Yeah. I was going to say I didn't see much foul there, but...
Oh, my. It was a quick whistle then. We'll stay right here. 3-point lead. Ballard with possession. Mark Evans. Eastern, do you expect maybe a change of defense here with 1:23 to play in this overtime?
No, I don't. I think they're going to play their man-to-man. They've proven they can get out and turn Ballard over. Ballard, though, has a different sense of urgency about him right now, though. They know they're into a ball game, and their sharpness on their offense is much better. They're cutting. They're getting open better. There for a while, I think they just got nonchalant, and it cost them, cost them a lot. It kept Eastern going.
You're going to want to stay with us following the game. Whenever it ends, we'll have our post-game programming. We'll have our players of the game, most outstanding players of the game, brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Have our scoreboard ticker going as well.
Now, Paul, if it were me, though, I would probably show something like a 2-2-1 or something half court. I'd trap right off the bat, trying to
trying to force something that they're not used to. But I'd like to see Frazier run this offense here as he throws it into the backcourt, almost had to lob it way back to Richardson.
Well, Ballard's hard to deal with because their guards are so good and so experienced.
They go four-corner spread now.
Yeah, they're going to go to the free throw lines, what they're looking to do. And
Richardson, Frazier, good call. Frazier goes to the hoop. He gets hit, no call.
Wow, that's a miss. You got to call that time.
1 minute. Richardson into the lane. He goes up, and the shot was blocked, but the poor McFarland could not contain his forward motion, runs over Richardson. And he'll go to the line for two.
Well, if they were playing in the Southeastern Conference, it wouldn't have been a foul call there, that's for sure.
Or the old Big East, yes. The brutality in that conference. Well, physical play.
He got all ball, and, both players were going to it, so I don't know about that.
Richardson misses his first.
Well, the Eagles, they don't need a three right here. They just need twos.
Plenty of time. Richardson can't hit either. McFarland skies for the rebound. Brock gets it to Aaron Miles. Miles, he brings it across half court against man pressure. Backdoor cut by Thornsberry. His three, short. Rebound Miller, he gets it knocked away. Frazier contains the dribble. And the reach on Brock will send Frazier to the line. Boy, Ballard, they've either hit them both or missed them both tonight.
Yeah, and that was
on the free throws.
74% free throw shooter missing 2 free throws.
And that's his second time. He's hit 2. His first 2 he missed, then he hit 2, then he missed. Frazier to the line now for 2 as well. 3-point lead.
I expect these to go down. I think Frazier's just that guy.
And he is. For 1.
He has such a cool confidence to him. He's just he's a joy to watch.
Frazier, 1 dribble and through. 5-point lead for Ballard. Eastern got to get a bucket.
Picking up pull, just slow him down. It's straight man to man, but just making him work.
Timeout, Eastern, Leon Ellison, and we'll stay. Is that that's their final timeout? It is a full timeout. We'll stay right here.
Well, Paul, I think that's a great timeout by their coach, even if it were the last one. With 25.6 seconds, you don't have time to run reads and play around with the basketball. You really need some kind of a quick hitter. 2s are okay, but it needs to happen quick. There can't be any, and you know what you also might see too. You might see a little 2-3 zone out of.
Well, I got to think that they're going to attack right away. A quick 2 and then press.
Well, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised to see Ballard come out of this.
In this zone. There we go. There we go. Yes.
Because, man-to-man on the inbounds, even if it's on the side here, there's some things you can do, and you can get some quick shots. You can do some misdirection. Zone might throw them off. So I think you could see that from Coach Willis.
Let's see while they break out of the huddle. Eastern comes out. It'll be Thornsberry to trigger it in from the high right side of the offensive court.
Well, that 1-1-3 did good things for him, but they're going straight man right here. They're not changing. Let's see what kind of an inbounds opportunity Eastern sets himself up for.
And they are going man. They switch through the screens. That 3 from Brock, short. Frazier gets it. Oh, and he just triggers it down the court. Turned it over. He was looking for Russell, and Aaron Miles loses the handle.
Yeah, that's the negative about those one-hand passes. He came over there to throw it deep with one hand and rolled right off of his fingers.
Missed opportunities.
That was a tough shot. Tough shot by Brock, though. That was a fade deep 3. That was a hard one.
And the same thing from Thornsberry earlier on the prior possession when he shot from the top of the key. So 5-point lead for Ballard, 13 seconds left, and Culver to the line to shoot 2.
Well, I think that's where the experience plays. You know, Eastern's done such a great job, but when it's crunch time, they've rushed and they've taken some bad shots. And maybe they won't do that next time.
And Culver misses the first. Culver toes the line. And he hits the second. 6-point lead now. Alpha Seca, football player, seeing his first action tonight. He's a great wide receiver for Ballard. Brings speed to the floor and size at guard.
Good to go right.
Johnson stops, pops, misses that 3. Seca with the rebound, and that'll do it. Ballard will take the district with a 3-0 record, a 76-70 win in overtime. Terrific, terrific competition tonight, Mark Evans.
Oh, absolutely. Extremely impressed with Eastern and their defense and their confidence.
Their youth,
yeah, the way they played with confidence. And when it all came said and done down in the end, I think a little bit of the youth might have got him. But, you know, they're going to get better for it, as Coach talked to us about in the interview.
Yes.
He's all about just getting better, and I love his demeanor over there. I think Ballard a couple times tonight got a little bit complacent.
We'll get to that post-game analysis when we return from break. We'll also have our stats of the game and our players of the game for both sides, brought to you by State Farm. Stay with us on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
Check it. Ooh. Oh, no.
Need a better battery? Get an Interstate battery. Outrageously dependable.
Should have had an Interstate.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville. Blunt Dental Group is a high-quality, family-owned dental practice. We are committed to educating our patients, as well as investing in the latest technology to provide more efficient dental care. Our team of licensed dentists and hygienists includes 2010 male high graduate Tyler Blunt, located in the heart of Linden at 8013 New LaGrange Road, Suite 6. For an appointment, call 502-425-7068 or go online at bluntdentalgroup.com. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time. While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by the Army National Guard. Protect what matters most to you. Visit your nearest National Guard recruiter or nationalguard.com.
Welcome back to Ballard High School Jim Ruther Gymnasium, and what a game we had here, 76-70 in overtime. The Bruins outlast a gritty, gutsy, tough performance from the Eastern Eagles and improved their record to 17-9, 3-0 in the 28 district standings. Eastern falls to 12-14 for head coach Leon Ellison in his first season, 1-2. They'll finish third in the district. They'll have to play Christian Academy in the district tournament, and Eastern will host Kentucky Country Day in the 28 district tournament. Big score out this around town, though. The three-time defending state champion Sacred Heart Valkyries fall to Simon Kenton by 5. And what was it? In overtime. And that was interesting, Mark. I had a feeling Sacred Heart was going to drop one, and I mentioned it before the game tonight. I said, boy, they just, there's something going on, and whether it was, you don't never know, but they cruised through the season, played some tough competition, but the overtime game here, overtime game at Simon Kenton, and head coach Donna Moyer and her Sacred Heart Valkyries down, defeated by Simon Kenton. That'll send shockwaves throughout the state.
Well, it may send shockwaves throughout the state, but it might send shockwaves throughout Sacred Heart Academy.
Yes.
And it might make them even better down the road. Of course,
you know
they played at Simon Kenton. And I'm not saying anything about anything other than
it's a tough place to play.
We just, they have a good scrappy team. They're very well coached. We just, we don't know the circumstances.
Yes.
All we know is end result. We don't know foul trouble. We don't know we know nothing other than it's a big upset in our state. That hadn't happened for a long time.
And we wanted to report that to you first as we roll along with our post-game programming, our ticker, our scoreboard ticker, brought to you by Holy Smokes Barbecue. Holy Smokes Barbecue and their sponsorship of our post-game scoreboard, giving you updates throughout the night. Holy Smokes Barbecue. Tell them the man in the white hat sent you. So we also want to discuss just a little more about this. I have no idea. There were so many great performers tonight. We'll have our most outstanding players, our State Farm most outstanding players of the game from both teams a little later on in our post-game broadcast. I know you're still working on our stats, so when we return, we will have our post-game stats brought to you by German American Bank. Stay with us. More to come on Glycod.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a side of ranch.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech 24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
Blunt Dental Group is a high-quality, family-owned dental practice. We are committed to educating our patients, as well as investing in the latest technology to provide more efficient dental care. Our team of licensed dentists and hygienists includes 2010 male high graduate Tyler Blunt, located in the heart of Linden at 8013 New LaGrange Road, Suite 6. For an appointment, call 502-425-7068 or go online at bluntdentalgroup.com. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles.
Blind Select, not just blinds. Blind Select, not just blinds.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by the Kentucky Army National Guard. Serve your country while going to school or work full-time. Find your fit at nationalguard.com.
Back to Jim Rutherford Gymnasium here at Ballard High School. A terrific thriller of a game. Overtime win for the homestanding Ballard Bruins, 76-70 over rival Eastern High School. And Mark Evans, a terrific performance from both sides. The young Eastern squad just kept coming back and coming back. They were down 12. They took a lead late, and Ballard battled back. The game goes to overtime, and Ballard pulls away for the win. Tonight's final stats brought to you by German American Bank. Support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for more information. Mark, I know you got some pertinent stats there. Let's take a look.
Well, we do. Ballard shot the ball, pretty well overall. They shot 46% from the 2-point line, or from just overall field goals. I'm sorry. They did shoot 39% from the 3, 11 of 28, and okay from the free throw line at 59%. As far as our Eastern Eagles go, they shot. Let's see. They shot right at 40% from the field. They did hit some threes later, and they shot a little bit under. Shot about 45% from the 3, which is really good for them. Free throw line, they did a pretty good job of 13 for 18. So they shot, about 60, almost 70%, almost their average. But anyway, when it's all said and done, the things that stand out in my mind is the three-pointers that went down early from the corner for the Ballard Bruins. The other thing that stands out in my mind is when Eastern had all the momentum, Coach Willis went to that zone, and Eastern had about 4 or 5 empty possessions that really kind of flipped it back to Ballard, but Eastern never gave up and still made it a battle to the very end. Yes, they did, and the turnovers back and forth. They probably, they had a play in this, but it was a real terrific finish. Well, for that tie score, you get right. Ballard with 30 or so seconds. They get that three from Miller with about 15, 16 to go, and then Aaron Miles, the freshman from Eastern, cool, calm, collected, comes down against that man pressure, calls a screen, high ball screen, uses the pick, and moves left, hits the three to tie it and send it to overtime. But that was with like 4 seconds left. Sam Frazier had a shot from just beyond half court, probably 50-footer, had to double clutch, and that was close. It went off the rim. Yeah, it was close, But when I look at the overtime period, the first thing that pops up in my mind is the way that Ballard was attacking the basket and getting to the free throw line. And for the Eastern Eagles, they took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8 threes, and really didn't attack the basket. And earlier in the game, they were doing a great job at attacking the basket, cutting to the basket, and getting extra shots. But they sort of settled, partly because they were down against the zone. But in the long run, if you're not making those threes, the other team's running out the backside on you. And that is your German American Bank. Tonight's final stats. German American Bank, support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for more information. We'll come back with our State Farm Most Outstanding Players when we return. Final break. Stay with us on Glycod.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time. While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
That was your time, man. Try away.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Lines Direct, not just blinds. Lines Direct, not just blinds.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville.
Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit operationparent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycon.
Welcome back to Ballard High School alongside Mark Evans. I'm Paul Najar, and in our final segment here on our post-game programming, we have our State Farm Insurance Most Outstanding Players of the Game, brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agent Mike Shelton. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. First for the visiting Eastern Eagles. We could have had any number of players, Mark. I know we were both raving about Raquel Johnson's performance, Nikolovsky's performance as well, James Nikolovsky. They all contributed. All these young guys, Aaron Miles, the freshman who hit the shot at the buzzer to send the game to overtime. But one guy who was impressive beginning to end, played 42 minutes until he fouled out in the not 42, he played 34 minutes until he fouled out in the extra session, was Sam Bird. Sam Bird gave a fine performance on both ends of the floor.
Absolutely. And you expect that out of Sam. You know, we talked about a little bit earlier, his averages are down a little bit, and I didn't understand why. I still don't understand why, because he was once again the warrior that we know he is.
Had 12 points and probably about 8-9 boards, a couple of block shots, opportunities, few assists as well. We see him down on the court talking with some folks right now. Fine performance from the big guy. He is the most outstanding State Farm Insurance Agent Mike Shelton, most outstanding player from Eastern, and now for the homestanding Ballard Bruins. Again, a number of guys who made significant contributions, including Culver, and that kid just kept bringing them energy, but the steady hand, beginning to end, was?
Well, it's always our same guy. Who is that?
That's Sam Frazier.
Yeah, absolutely. Sam is he's a scorer from all three levels. He plays defense. He has great timing. He has great confidence, and if you want to put somebody on the line at the end of the game, he might be shooting 70-some%, but he's going to make them. He's a winner.
Sam Frazier, the most outstanding player of the game for Ballard, brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agent Mike Shelton. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. A look at our upcoming schedule presented by Operation Parent. They're equipping and empowering parents with the tools needed to face the issues challenging today's youth. To learn more about their services, visit operationparent.org. You can see the upcoming schedule there. I know we have a Sacred Heart matchup coming up with Notre Dame. Next Friday night, Gary Forrest and I will have a big clash. 7th region versus 8th region, St. Xavier at North Oldham. That'll be a fun one. And you will have a doubleheader male manual, which should be a titanic clash between two absolutely stellar programs. That manual team, we saw them early in December, and Mark, it really impressed me.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, they have a great starting lineup. They do all the little things well. They're well coached. They're fun to watch. But Mills got Edlin back. And the other night, his first night back, I think he had about 34.
He just rained down threes.
Sounds like he's pretty rusty to me. But, but anyway, I really look forward to that. I really like watching those teams play. And they're two of your best teams in this region, and this is a heck of a region.
And you'll have that Sacred Heart game, see how they bounce back after the overtime loss at Simon Kenton. So lots ahead. You're going to want to stay with us, folks, for all the action, including postseason action, district tournaments, regional tournaments. We'll have it all. You're going to just keep us bookmarked. Find out when these games are. Just go to glycod.com, and we'll do the rest for you. So 76-70, the win for Ballard over Eastern here tonight. For Steve Bird, our executive producer in Florida, for owner and president of Glycod, Chris Labar, for our Jeff Cooper, our producer on site, and for Max Gordley, our camera operator. Max was up here next to us. We want to say thanks, and as always, Mark, a pleasure working with you, my friend, and have a couple of good games next week. All right.
Appreciate it, Paul. Look forward to them. Thank you.
You got it. And as always, folks, we thank you for watching. Again, postseason action, our final games next week, final games of the season, and postseason to follow, all here. Follow along on Glycod. Thanks for watching, everyone. For Mark, Jeff, Max, Steve, and Chris, I'm Paul Najar. Good night, everyone.
From Glycod, this has been UA Local 502 Louisville Basketball Game Night. UA Local 502, they do it right the first time. Tonight's game was brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, commitment to quality. The Army National Guard, where the next greatest generation is now. German American Bank, building our community together. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust. IBEW Local 369, power up your potential. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles. State Farm Insurance Agent Mike Shelton. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And Holy Smokes Barbecue.
For schedule information about our upcoming broadcasts, visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from Glycod.